Hello everyone, this is TobeTada with another video of crypto trading. Thanks for checking by and let's dive right in. So this is the first video in I think a week or so, and I thought I'd analyze the market again since we've had obviously some changes. And for today's video I thought about looking at the Bitcoin USD trading pair, Steem USD trading pair, and Steem Bitcoin trading pair and see what has been going on. Now, in the last video, I believe we talked about this rather significant drop here of 20% or more, which we successfully predicted to stabilize at around $8,000. And this was, to recap, because we analyzed the movement of Bitcoin and recognized that the correction tends to be at the 0.618 ratio. So similarly, you can look at the longer perspective and see that the correction was at this ratio as well. And indeed, the price stabilized at about 7,800 to 8,000, and so that was a rather successful prediction. In another analysis, I compared this drop here in December 2018 with the current drop here, and even argued that we basically see a repetition of a fractal here. So basically this big movement here, I argued, was this movement we saw right here, and that this drop here marks this drop here. Now if that's the case, we should expect that the price would move along these lines here. And so what you can see is that since the end of the bear market here, we saw, of course, an increase in price, but this was marked as basically a sideways movement here in the first, I guess, couple of months here. And so I'd fully expect the price to go rather sideways than up or down. I don't expect the price to go down because the price has basically fulfilled this correction here of 0.618 ratio. And so what we might be seeing is an upward movement here. So basically this first wave here could perhaps be this wave here. And now you can see the price has somewhat stabilized, and there is a chance, indeed, we see a repetition of this fractal, the price going upwards to about 8,600, dropping a bit, and then indeed going for the next impulse wave here. So that would be basically my prediction for Bitcoin USD trading pair. If we look at Steem, we can see that, of course, we have been in this very long bear market starting from January 2018, going all the way down here to about 11 cents. I've argued that perhaps at this price range of about 11 cents, we have basically reached the end of the bear market, and that from this point on, we should see an increase in price. And of course, with Elliott wave theory, this would mean that in this first impulse wave of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, we saw a correction of A, B, C, and now another impulse wave of perhaps going first to perhaps 30s, 40s, going back down, or perhaps even stronger to the 80s, going back down, and then going further back up. We'll of course have to see, but the first important what Steem USD pair basically, what would be good for Steem holders, I guess, is this, if this would be the end of the bear market here. So basically at around 11-12 cents, we have reached the low point here, and since then we have been, or we should be going in an upward direction. And you can also see I drew in a trend line here, which marks the support line for the price. So we should not breach this price if the general upward trend should be fulfilled here. And so I'm fairly positive on the price that we won't see a lower price here of about perhaps 11, 10, or 9 cents, but indeed that this could be the start of the bull market for Steem USD trading pair. Now, if you look at Steem and Bitcoin, you can see that for the last, I guess, 2 or 3 months here, the price has been very stable. So we've not had a significant variation from this price point here. And also, very obvious, you can see this very steep decline in price value for Steem against Bitcoin here. So we have basically these waves going down here, reaching lower and lower points. However, this period here can't really be seen in periods here because we've not really had this long of a stabilization of price here. Perhaps here, but even this was marked by a stronger upward wave or stronger upward movement here, which ultimately led to the price going up quite a bit. So I think this very long period of price stabilization means that we also have for this trading pair reached the low point here, at least for the long term here. And from then on, if we look at the past movements when the price basically went upwards again, you can see that the price went up to about 125%, 116%. So we could argue that we'd also see a price increase of about 100 to 120%. So around this area here, and probably around here, because we have a resistance coming up here. And so that would be my, I guess, midterm prediction here, that the price will indeed begin to go up again to perhaps around here, and then we'll have to see how the markets are doing in general. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have any ideas or comments, and I'd see you in the next video. Bye.